Good morning, I'm Waltzing Cthulhu and this is the Goth Guide to Leeds. Okay, first stop on our chronicle history tour of Leeds Goth is Otley Road, which runs straight through North Leeds. The city centre's that way, Moor is that way. It's a sunset strip of Goth. Everyone is here, everything is here. The Fenton, Carpe Noctum, Hyde Park, Leeds University, the Phono, all that way, and that's where we're going to. Right, next up is here, which is the Bearpit on Cardigan Road, which is the site of one of the mission's first photo shoots. It's based right here in Hyde Park, where they were based. And it's hard to believe now, but at the time both the mission and the sisters were based a few streets apart in this particular run-down suburb of northern Leeds. Now, if you tried to take a photo shoot there today for your crap goth bands, you couldn't get there because it's all fenced off. Probably because too many crap goth bands took the photos here since 1986 when the Flab 4 made that first seminal look over the turrets here. So don't do it, it's been done. But by all means come over and have a look. Okay, this is Village Place, and down here is a house where the sisters and many other members of the Leeds Goth scene lived in the early 80s. It's a terrifying place. I mean, who knows how many members Eldritch sacked in that house. In fact, if we linger, we may get sacked too, so let's get move on. Next up, behind me is the Faversham, which in the early 80s was the place to be and be seen and go to and drink if you're in the early goth scene in the city. All the bands, all the DJs, everyone, if anyone went here, sat in opposite tables, probably glancing daggers and being genuinely threatening. Who knows, it was a long time ago. Doesn't happen too much nowadays because people don't like the path very much. But back in the day, it was quite something else. Okay, next up on our voyage is St George's Fields, which is a cemetery in Leeds University campus, which is the site of one of the Sister Mercy's least dramatic and not at all goth photo shoots just after Wayne Hussey joined the band in 1984. And looking behind me now, you can just imagine the scene. The girls sat around arguing, suing each other, and Spiggy draped over a gravestone protesting that he isn't at all goth. Whatever. Next up is right here, inside the Fenton. So I'll be going to the inner sanctum. This, as you can see, is the gig room at the Fenton. It's basically a small room, but everyone's used it. Sister Mercy have played here, Sisters of Murphy have played here, Libertina have played here, everyone's played here. It's just a wonderful, crappy goth room. And as you can see, it's so goth, it's in virtual darkness. Next. Right, next up is the Phono, or where it used to be. This is where Bar Phono used to be in Leeds until it shut down 15 years ago, which is, we can't really remember what it's like anymore. It's a bit like a neon pit where goths lives. Sometimes we sort of walk into that wall by osmosis, really, or gothmosis, if you will. Alright, fuck it, let's move on. Next up is the warehouse behind me, which was one of the key live venues in Leeds and linked to the goth rock scene well into the 90s. Everyone played here back in the day. Rosetta Stone's seminal bootleg live album Under the Rose recorded here as well. And it has to be one of the best bootleg live albums that Rosetta Stone put out, and that is saying something because they put out a lot of good stuff in bootleg live format. Absolutely. Okay, we're here at Bad Apples, which is the dive bar of choice for all in Leeds, and as you can see, they've got a freaking coffin in the floor. strikes 2 and 3 right there. That's just perfect. Can't get any better than that. Red apples, dive bar, live gigs, and skulls, skeletons in the floor. Right, this is Wharf Chambers, which is the newest addition to the Leeds Goth circuit. It's now a vital part of our ecosystem. It hosts Goth City Festival, it hosts Day of the Goths, it hosts Floodland, it hosts Project Nemesis. It's just a fantastic space of inclusivity and fair play. It's why we love the place and why it's an honoured part of the Goth map in Leeds. Okay, this is Carpe Noctum, our last stop of the night, which is the biggest Goth club in the North of England. And it's a fantastic night for the great live bands and live DJs and the signs. And with that, I will leave you here. So, excuse me, I'm going to go inside and watch some bands and then I'm going to get drunk. See you later.